They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get the strike. And guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. I got all those shit, nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Y'all know what the fuck going on around here, nigga. Y'all nigga keep talking about you want smoke. You can't catch me.
Y'all know what the fuck is going around here, my nigga. They say they want smoke. They don't really want it. My brother Terrell Davis, peace and blessings. The beautiful Miss Ty in the building. How you doing? Big Bank Hayes, AMCFSG in the building. We got my man All Things, AMCFSG in the building, Terrell Dub. What it do, Holmes? What's popping? Bruh 6500, Joseph Bermere. What's going on, fellas? Kevin House in the building, OG. What it do? We got Florida made Miss Beautiful Cassandra. Fresh Bacon in here with the motherfucking pies. Milan, salute, King. Peace and blessings with you. All right. We in here right now. Everybody else will be here later. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I thought it was bad with the Devin Hay Knight clan. But one thing I've noticed, boxing and between Tank Davis, this is one boxer that has the ability to ruin friendships. Like, I've watched people, Darius Warren, salute, King. I watch people swear they have love for each other. Swear they fuck with each other. And I see them all fall out over a fighter that don't even know them. Like, I seen this one man's jealousy has alluded to make motherfuckers so damn jealous that they hate anybody that rock with this man. Thomas Hill, salute, King, peace and blessings. Yeah, some shit, Miss Cassandra. Shalom to my brother in here. All praise to the Most High, Mr. Altruistic. Peace and blessings, my brother. Like, I sit here and think about it, and I'm like, wow. I thought it was bad when Deontay Wilder got beat, right? Milan. Yes, my brother. Last Cresendo only did 450,000, but I'm gonna get, 45,000, but I'm gonna get to it. Fareed, salute. This the savior of boxing, but he can't even do 50,000 pay-per-view. My brother Desmond Johnson, salute. But the Mexican monster, Kawhi Elliott, salute, King. God damn, Mexican monster. You said she was thicker than oatmeal peach flavored that's been sitting out all day with some molasses in it. Damn. Damn, Kawhi. Ain't nothing thicker than cold ass motherfucking oatmeal. Yes, Darius. Yes, Mr. Warren. Yes. It really was the last crescendo. They said that motherfucker did 45,000 domestic. But I'm gonna get to that. What got me? And sorry about that. I'm eating on a couple pieces of popcorn. But what gets me right, nigga ate all day. But niggas is beefing, disrespecting each other over two fighters. And they're both black. There's nothing wrong with liking Shakur Stevenson. There's nothing wrong with liking Tank Davis. This shit is sort of like Biggie and Pac all over again, but the fact is, both fighters are not on the same level, though. You got one fighter that's made millions, and one fighter ain't even did a pay per view. Price boy, salute, King. I'm just like, bruh, this shit ain't that damn serious. They can get in the ring and hash it out. Like, all this fairy tale shit, all this, he'll do this to such and such and such and such. Lee Jackson, salute. We'll never know till they get in the ring. And like I said, styles make fights. Cassandra, I didn't think it was that serious, but it really is. You got channels putting other channels down, making videos on other channels. I'm like, wow. And y'all was just cool just a month ago. But motherfuckers be taking it serious and take it personal when you give your opinion or when you spit facts. See, one thing about me, I'm not gonna give you no angle. I just come with the facts. And when coming with the facts, I make an educated. You know how when you in business and in marketing, like you have the facts in front of you, and then you have to come up with your own conclusion. Like I've always been a critical thinker. So if you put the facts in front of me, I know how to solve it. Shout out to the beautiful Always Been on Black in the building. Shout out Queen. And shout out to the Queen 2 Cent. Like if you put a yellow in front of me and you put blue in front of me and you mix them together, I know yellow and blue is going to lighten the shade. So I'm not going to think it's going to turn black. Like I use deductive reasoning. If I got one apple and one banana, that don't equal a pineapple. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this shit. And fuck the rest of this popcorn. I eat this shit later. And see, you're right, 2 Cent. Critical thinking is down, right? Kawhi Elliott. Rick Glazier broke his shit. Rick Glazier trying to get a payday. This the same Rick Glazier that got kicked out of the PBC's boxing event. And I showed y'all in here when Rachel Donera was giving me the video. And it's like in school, they failing our kids. I've seen a couple YouTubes and TikToks and shit. Dudes going up there asking people to name 3 countries. People can't even name 3 countries. Like our youth can't name 3 countries. Then he'll ask them something like, what's 82 plus 18 or 28? They'd be like 100. No, 82 plus 28 is 110. Or they'll say, if I'm in second place and you just passed me, what place are you in? They say first. How can you be in first place if you just passed the second place person? It's like people don't listen to what is being said. If I'm in second place and you pass me, that doesn't put you in first place. It makes you go to second and I move to third. To get the first place, you have to pass the first place person. It's simple shit like this that people can't understand. And I don't know if it's because fathers are not in the house. I don't know what the hell it is. Like, but the shit is crazy, is bodacious. And already, shout out to my brother in the Cash App, Mr. Altruistic, coming through. And like, I be wondering, how do people get by in life? And you know what? That's why my kids are homeschooled. They're homeschooled by a Celis. My kids are learning college level shit. And they can skip up, but they don't. Because I make them stay so they don't get too capricious. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't want them to get complacent. That's what I do, frequent homeschooling. That way, and then I hate, ignorance is bliss 2 Cent, but people act like not knowing makes it okay. No, not knowing means you still gonna get punished for what you don't know. I hate when people say what you don't know won't hurt you. But if your man or woman go out there and put their mouth on another man or woman and that person had herpes and they come back and they put their mouth on you and you develop herpes, what you don't know did hurt you. So don't ever say that. Shout out to the beautiful queen, Miss Barbara D in the building. Brother Huey, salute. Devin Sonier, salute, King. Peace and blessings. So don't give me that what you don't know won't hurt you shit. And shout out to the general of the female faction of the anger management crew. We call them the anger managed feminists. And that's Miss Ty Drake in the building with the $5 holler in the cash app. Thank you, Queen. Appreciate your support. Exactly. Always been on black. My daughter's 16 and they said she can go to college now. So I said, baby, instead of you going to college, I want you to get a couple more classes in high school. But my daughter is also taking college level courses and getting credit for it. Because my daughter's 16, I don't want her going off to college at 16 or 17. I want her to go at her right age because I'm still teaching my daughter about the world. And I don't want her 16 or 17 in a college with grown ass men. Even though my daughter, I trust her, my daughter's an introvert. And she like to play video games and stuff like that. Like my daughter is like one of the best motherfucking Fortnite players ever. But I still don't want her up there with grown ass men yet. But let's get on to this boxing bullshit. So Tank has just signed to fight Roach. Malik Taylor, salute. So Roach is signed, Tank is signed. So now we just waiting on the date. And you know, what are you talking about? Jay Grant Jr. salute. What are you talking about, Thomas? And you know what's crazy? And the link is already posted, so don't ask. If you need to hop up there, the link is already posted. But because Dr. Key says she got something to handle and she gonna be on late. But right now, Floyd had a close fight with Madonna. Floyd had a close fight with Castillo. A lot of people say he lost that Jose Luis Castillo fight. I'm glad Tank and Lamont Warren, I mean not Lamont Warren, Lamont Warren was a running back. Lamont Roach is running his back. That's the best thing for boxing right there. Plus, Tank was having a problem finding the fight, right? Now, I see, Thomas, you said Tank had major shit going on in his life, and it was a major distraction to him before the fight was even made up. He had got to get that handle and clear his mind up. Hey, Thomas, like Coach Squeeze, and Coach Squeeze is one of Tank's coaches in them, right? He said the same thing that I said. He said Tank was carrying the man in the early rounds when he should have just got the man up out of there, but he was carrying the man. And he said that came back to hurt them. It came back to bite him on the ass because he said Tank shouldn't have carried that man, should have got him up out of there. And like I said, as a former boxer, I can look and see when somebody's going full throttle. Mr. Box Fanatic, salute King. I can tell when a person is going full throttle or when a person is just sparring. And when you hurt your opponent, you take your foot off the gas, you're not trying to hurt him or stop him. So, you know, exactly, Brother Hugh, like he carried that man the first half of the fight. And like I said, I guess he thought he could get rid of him later, so I don't know. Or maybe he didn't want to embarrass that man because they was homies and shit. And, you know, he already said for the fight he was trying to help him out of the situation. I guess he made him a star. And, you know, like I said, Roach whole demeanor changed. But like I said before, whatever you did, you gave that man a payday. So he your homeboy or not, you step on his ass anyway. Because you can't help people. Because people don't want your help, they want your spot. And if you look at them glove off interviews, Lamont Roach said, if I could beat Tank, then I could be the face of boxing. That man was envious and he wanted your spot. So you have no excuse whether you carried him, whether you could have knocked him out and you didn't, whether any of that shit could be possible. But the fact is, you didn't have no business, bro. And you looked bad out there doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just you didn't do what you're supposed to do. You can't cry over spilled milk because I'm gonna say this. Weren't we the same motherfuckers that was on Shakur Stevenson ass with the Edwin De Los Santos fight? Jay Grant, he could knock that man out. He could have knocked that man out in the third round, Jay Grant. Go back and look at the fight. It was four times in that fight where he had that nigga hurt. And he backed up off of him and started telling, he even told the man to pick his hands up in round 3. But the same way we gave Shakur flack and wanted him to rematch the Edwin De Los Santos fight, a fight that he won now. People forget Shakur won that fight. I mean, Jay Grant, I know what I know as a boxer, bro. I mean, you know, if you've never been in that situation or if you've never seen it in full speed and you don't understand, bro, I can tell when my opponent is hurt. The man was hurt. Go back and look at it, Jay Grant. I mean, it's simple. But I'm not taking shit away from Roach Thomas Hill because Roach did what he was supposed to do. Like, motherfucker give you an inch, take a mile. Like, I didn't tell you to help me, nigga. You feel me? But I thought that shit was, I didn't ever think the fight was serious. Like, at the beginning, they was talking too much during the lead up. Like, that was the friendliest press conference ever. And I'm glad this shit turned out like this. I'm glad Lamont Roach doing what he doing. I'm glad motherfuckers is giving Tank all this bullshit. I'm so fucking glad the niggas is on Tank helmet because first off, Tank has been getting a little debutante acting. He's been acting like a fucking diva. Like, I can't stand when grown ass men act like fucking divas and all that fucking bullshit. One thing you can say, and you got to keep it 100. Floyd might have been a motherfucker, but Floyd still handled his motherfucking business. Floyd still got in there and he didn't take nobody lightly. And that motherfucker didn't have people waiting 5 hours for a fucking interview each time. And another thing, he didn't have them dangly ass. I'm going to say it like this. I'm not hating or nothing. Y'all don't get mad at me. But when has it been okay for men to be wearing these fucking dangly ass fucking earrings, dog? I'm sorry. I'm not hating on Tank or nothing like that, but I can't stand that fucking shit. Like, it's something about these new age niggas, bro. I be seeing these new age niggas, they got long, dangling fucking earrings and pocketbooks. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't understand it. I catch my son with some long ass fucking earrings that's dangling. And exactly, always been on black. I catch my son with some dangling ass earrings in a fucking pocketbook. I'm gonna bust his goddamn ass. We had wallets, damn it, or satchels. Indiana Jones had a satchel. Now, I don't understand this shit. I don't understand the fucking nail polish. Nigga, get back to the goddamn roots, man. And see, all this shit right here is why motherfuckers is doing this funny ass shit in the fucking ring. David saying salute. Motherfuckers is letting Tank do all this shit and they telling him it's okay. Motherfucker need to stand on business and tell Tank, look, nigga, stop putting that fucking nail polish on. Stop wearing the fucking pocketbook. And nigga, take off them goddamn diamond earrings looking like Princess Diana, nigga. And get in this goddamn gym and work this shit up. Frequent. I fuck with Prince, but Tank has some fucking earrings, bro. Like, he had some diamond earrings, bro. It was some diamonds, and then they had a long little string, and then had a teardrop diamond at the end of it. I was like, bro, That's the shit you be seeing them rich white women wear. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And my son was like, Dad. And I said, don't you even fucking think about it. He's like, nah, I ain't trying to get no earring like that. I said, you're not. That's not cool. That is not cool at fucking all. But they be making it for these niggas right here, be sitting there thinking, and shout out to my brother, the Mexican monster Kawhi Elliott in the Cash app with the $2 make them say holla. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, motherfuckers don't realize you put out certain energies. And when you put out certain energies, it changes the way you act and the way, you know what I'm saying? Like we seen motherfucking the damn Congo, man. What's the nigga that just got knocked out? Y'all know the African nigga that just got knocked out by Joseph Parker. Not M. Billy. Y'all know who I'm talking about though. But y'all, yeah, Mark McCauley. Yeah, McCauley, appreciate it. Y'all seen that motherfucker? This nigga, they showed him in there fucking twerking, dog. Like this nigga was in the gym, looked like he had a skirt on, fucking twerking. And I'm like, bro, that's not how you do it. And then look, motherfuckers be doing that shit and it changes their energy, bro. It fucks with their masculinity, bro. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, but what I'm saying is when motherfuckers start moving from the realm of masculinity to femininity, it fucks with you, dog. Like that shit's spiritual, bro. Like that shit is spiritual, bro. Like when men cross over to femininity, they start taking over feminine traits, bro. Nah, but I'm talking about the one where he wasn't doing the Congo dance. I'm talking about the one where he had his hands on his knees and he was doing that damn shake that ass, ho. Hand on your knees. Hand, it looked like he was doing that shit. Like that shake that ass with Drake. Now shake that ass with me type shit. But what I'm saying is, like, we didn't see shit like that back in the day. Like, this whole society has changed. Like, when I was growing up in the 80s, right? There was a clear line of distinction for male and female, and neither one did we cross over. And you know, us young guys, we used to go out there and work outside all damn day. I used to help my granddad cut grass, cut down trees, clean parking lots and shit. Used to do manual labor all the fucking day. All these kids do now is sit at home playing games. Like, we used to have motherfucking fitness tests in school. We used to have to make a certain mile run. The beautiful queen, Miss Marshawn West, salute queen. Like, shout out to my nigga, that dude named Dave. Like, motherfuckers, they had a chart where motherfuckers didn't have morbid obesity in my day. Like, nigga, you had to be fit. You had to motherfucking damn run in school. Like, motherfuckers don't realize, like, we was in shape. And the cafeteria lunches wasn't that bullshit right there. Like, we had a fitness test, and if you didn't pass the fucking fitness test, you didn't pass gym, dog. Shout out to my nigga Planet 619. And, like, we didn't get participation trophies either. If we came in second or third place, we don't get a fucking trophy, nigga. The winner gets the trophy. Now I see motherfucking teams they be 2-20, and everybody getting a fucking trophy. And I ask, I say, the fuck are y'all getting trophies for? Well, they tried. They tried. I told my son he don't toss that goddamn trash. I made my son toss that motherfucking shit in the trash can. And the only reason I made my son play on that team is because my son showed his ass the year before, and it was punishment. He didn't respect the personnel around him, so I put him on a team that he didn't have no personnel and had to rely on himself. And that right there in turn was making him more self-reliable and made him more resilient. So he knows that in the end, the only person you got to count on is yourself. But when you do have people around you that you can count on, utilize that and be more fulfilled and be a better person, a better player, a more skillful player. So next year, well, this year coming up, my son is about to be back on his regular team, and he's about to be a fucking dominant force. And now he knows he has other people he can rely on. But he also know at the end of the day, nigga, you are who you gotta rely on first. Be that person other people can rely on. Exactly, Terrell Davis. When we was young, our parents kicked us out the house. We couldn't come back in. You think you about to play PlayStation? Nintendo or Sega Genesis this weekend? Well, hell, when we first started, I had the Nintendo and the Atari, an Atari 7800. My game was pole position and dig dug. I used to play dig dug, karate, and pole position. Only get about like an hour to play that shit because we had to go outside first. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah. That's what I'm saying though. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. All right. So yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So like these kids nowadays and the society, they warping our offspring. And I think Tank, he needs to get himself back together and get that motherfucking like George Foreman wasn't playing that shit. George Foreman was a manly man. You feel me? Like back in the day, athletes, they would play hurt, injured, all that shit, like no grease in my eye type shit. And that's what I say. When we start catering to bullshit like that, then motherfuckers start doing shit like that. 5 years ago, Tank would never try that dumb shit. But he's done got into that diva role, and motherfuckers have accepted that. But like I said, the rematch is signed. The rematch is signed. And I hope, well, I'm glad that Roach has showed his side. I'm glad that Roach is trying to snake Tank. I'm glad Roach is doing all the shit that he's doing because now Tank knows, and like we've been telling Tank, nigga, you don't have no friends. Nigga, everybody wants the top spot. And that's why they say the top is so fucking lonely. It's lonely at the top. And I'm gonna tell you a prime example. Look at a pyramid. You see a pyramid at the bottom, and look at the very top. It's a thin peak. It's a thin motherfucking peak because you know why? It's lonely at the top. Very lonely. And there's only room for one up there. You feel what I'm saying? Well, matter of fact, it's room for you and your significant other. But like Mike Tyson said, if you my friend, fight me. Just give me the chance to fight. And that's all you need to do. And see, Tank gave Lamont Roach the chance. He gave you gave your partner a fight. So, you gave him a fight. You gave him a bag that was generational money. So anything else, he can't complain. This is a sport that's violent. You might get, so I'm gonna step on you. But it's gonna be the richest step on that you ever had. This gonna be a Cartier ass whooping, my nigga. Like, nigga, this is gonna be a cashmere ass whooping. Like, nigga, this is the ass whooping that people dream of getting. But you gonna get this ass whooped. Because then, if you whoop that ass, then you wouldn't be in this situation that you're in right now. Where motherfuckers is thinking that you lost to a nigga that's not on your level. Exactly that dude named Dave. Not everybody can make it to the peak with you. You have to have a motherfucker that's like minded and that's got their own hustle and flow. They got their own motion, and they're getting about as much or more than you. That's the only type of people that you can bring around is motherfuckers that's making about as much or more than you. Because if not, shout out to my brother Slogan One. If not, then you gonna have motherfuckers that you gonna have to carry the whole time. And like, it's okay to help your fellow person, but instead of me giving you $50,000, right? I'm gonna set it up where you can earn $50,000. I'm gonna give you a business. I'm gonna give you something with reoccurring income. So you have to work for it so you can understand the value of it and so you can keep it going. Because once you get money, it's not gonna stay. You have to keep the money. And one thing about this, Lamont Roach and him just got a bunch of money. And he thinks he's a fucking star now, which he's not. Because when he fights Tank again, he's gonna get stepped on in less than 3 rounds. So he's getting 2 good paydays. He got the last payday. He's about to get this payday right here. And after that, he's going to be an afterthought. Because after Tank steps on him, he'll still be the WBO champion at 130. But he's going to get stepped on down there as well. Because Tank is going to loosen him up. And the WBA is mad about this bullshit that he's doing. So he's going to have a tough-ass fucking mandatory down there. And he's going to get stepped on again. And then this money that he's winning. And just like most young niggas, especially when you got people in your ear like his father, they're gonna spend. They're gonna spend more fucking money than they got coming back. What they're gonna do, they're gonna fuck up they're gonna fuck up. And when you get that type of money, you fuck up your balance. Like usually you used to spending 3,000-4,000 a month in bills and shit. Then you get a big amount of money. Now your expenses go to 20 or 30,000. Then you get more money. Now your expenses is like 150,000 a month. And then you gotta keep that shit up. And see, I already know them. They feel like they are stars now, and they feel like that bread gonna keep coming, and they're gonna get a unmitigated amount of expenses, and they're gonna run through that money like MC Hammer, bro. Exactly, Picasso. Every time Tank hit that man, he froze up. He froze like a roach with the light on. Shout out to the OG, my brother Thomas Hill in the building. Salute, King. What you got going on? Mr. Thomas Hill.
Hey, what's good with you up, man?
What's good, my brother?
Peace and blessings to you and your fam, bro.
Peace and blessings to
Peace and
you. Hey,
blessings.
check this out, right?
What's up?
Talk for like 4 minutes. I'm about to switch devices, so give me a minute. Go ahead and talk for like
For
four
sure.
minutes.
For sure. For
Two
sure.
cent. If anybody else want to come up here, just come on. I'm gonna let you up.
So, first and foremost, man, shout out to Roach, bro. Like, shout out to Roach. I said for as long as that fight would last, it would be a great fight. Now, like you said in the beginning, it didn't start out so great, but it ended up hot like fire. And that man did his thing in that ring, and I'm not gonna take anything away from that. I'm not. Nor will I ever apply or disallow anything to some other fighter as well. So I'm not going to take no shots at nobody else because of Roach and what he did. I'm not going to celebrate nobody's demise or downfall. There's a lot of people that have been waiting for this moment, and they got a moment where they felt like they can celebrate. And that's cool because every other fighter has had that moment, and everybody else dumped on that fighters. So I'm not that dude. I want fights. I love these dudes that box because they do something that I don't do, and I ain't got the discipline to get in that ring and do. So I'm not gonna never throw dirt or shade on them. Now some of the stuff is funny, no doubt. The remix was hot, made a banger. My man deserved his credit for that. Roach deserved his credit for what he did in the ring. Not to take nothing of that away. But I will say this. If you go back and you look at the beginning where that Mickey Freaky said the fight is canceled, why would he do that? Like, why would he want to cancel a fight that's gonna make him bread? The Mickey Freaky did a lot of numbers. Haters gonna hate, but it definitely was a lot of numbers, and it was over 400 grand of pay-per-views. So it's gonna easily translate into millions and millions of dollars. Why would he tell kids don't get into this? Man, he dealing with something that's attacking him outside the boxing ring. And it might have even permeated into his camp, and that's why you saw a little bit of action with that. But it had him distracted. It had him not focused. It had him not ready to go in there with somebody that's coming there to take your head off. Roach came in there to win. He went in that fight to win. And most people felt like he won. A lot of people, I would say, a lot of people felt like he won. A lot of people felt like he was done wrong. I saw the thing. I saw it at many angles and saw it at many things. His movements and everything like that from Tank shows that the punch didn't have no effect on him. The braid popping him in the eye definitely had an effect. But you can't do that. There was a fighter who had his whole busted and blood flowing in his eyes the whole goddamn fight. And he fought. He didn't have no moments where, he took a knee or went to a corner. You could have called it a knockdown. You could have DQ'd him. In a fight of that magnitude, I don't think you definitely DQ. But it could have been. I just want people to recognize that, Roach did his thing, so don't take away from what Roach did. Tank, he went in there and he fought. He gotta take whatever comes that way. Because once you get in that ring, everything is good. People hate on Shakur. Shakur get in that ring no matter what he got going on. He don't make well, afterwards he'll say about it, but he go in there and handle his business. Same thing with Devin. Now, speaking of Devin, like I said before, the outrage on the 3 knockdowns that was disallowed, where was it? We talking about things that happened that's congruent. It was no outrage like that because there was no people waiting for his demise as much as it was for this. This was one thing that they was looking for. Tank gave it to him, so Tank got to eat this. He put this on his plate. He got to eat it. But my Duke's not there. Him not even promoting or pushing the fight while he had his first couple of things, Mickey Freaky going through some serious stuff. And unfortunately, I got it on good advisement that it has nothing to do with boxing. But we do know when he drop a tweet, everybody on that tweet. We know when he throw an event, everybody and their mama coming to him. He got eyes on him like nobody else's business, and people want in on that. So whenever it go wrong, they gonna want in on that. Don't hate on people for them having a moment. This is the nature of people. They love to see people fall. Tank is a person that even himself be talking about folks. So, you know what I'm saying? He can't be mad now that people are talking about him. All he got to do is grant that man that rematch. He deserved that. He did that. Now go in there and get your mind right. Come in there ready to fight. No more Ma Dukes mentality. No more they talking. No more it was cool. It was cool. No, nigga, go in there and show people that you are who you are. Who people say you are, who people think you are, and the reason why they hate on you for who you are. Because right now people say you can't box. Right now people say you've been ducking all kind of smoke because this was the reason. So you got to make amends. And then if not, then it's just, hey, maybe Roach got your number. Maybe Roach, you wasn't that good anyway. We don't know. But one thing, we got to stop throwing shade at other fighters. We got to stop hating on Tank. Bro, especially when they are our people. Our people are the worst at it. Nobody be hating on Tyson Fury. He had the floppy, the glove. You know what I'm saying? That boy glove can go back and forth like a slinky. Mickey Freaky put a dent inside somebody's head. I've seen people stomp on people's head. Now he put no dent like that. But he didn't get that aid. Mickey Freaky went up in there and fought a MMA fighter who ain't never been trained to fight boxing, had a bad night. No hate on that. PBC, Al Heyman, brother. Deal with a lot of brothers. Their events gets done dirty. Oh, this is going to be a weak event. Turned out to be a fire event. That fight going to be a bad fight. Turned out to be a fire fight. So much so that everybody up in arms for a fight that they said they wasn't going to support and that they didn't think was a good fight. You got some stuff that was speculatory, some stuff that was questionable, no doubt. It happened on a Turkey Al-Sheikh fight and everything good. Mickey Freaky is stopping people before they even get in the fight and doing damage to their chances of winning. Then he go in there and beat the guy. He get up, go check and confer with the judges and say, look, Negro, you down some points on this card. You got to pull this stuff off. And he was down 3 rounds, and then Mickey Freaky didn't win the 3 rounds. He got told and still got a draw. So where is the outrage? If we do that stuff, we got to do it for everyone, and especially people who don't look like us, man. Let's cut that ish out. Them people do their very best to get up in that ring and fight. Let them get in that ring and fight. The one good thing about this performance, people that wasn't making fights, I believe now fully will make fights because they think they can get him up out of there. Tank got to prove that that wasn't me in the ring. Or if that was truly me in the ring, I could do better. And I'm gonna handle it. Likewise, I just want the fights. I
Yeah,
don't
Thomas, I agree with you. Um, about that Turkey shit, it was no outrage for him or whatever. I think a lot of these people that's like they like a lot of these fan bases are like the Shakur, Devin. You can add like Bud up in their fan bases or whatever. They like all of them are like anti PBC. You know what I'm saying? And they be praying for like shit like this. Like if Tank has a debatable match or something or whatever, they find anything to poke little holes through. You know, it was already negativity surrounding this fight prior, and all the people that's talking shit were calling Lamont a bum. You know what I'm saying? So they got no room to talk. You know, and they got no room to say nothing. Like y'all called this dude as a bum because you didn't even know who he was. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't take those people serious and what they say. You know what I'm saying? They just want to prey on Tank's downfall and all that dumb, stupid shit or whatever. And then you got some people that legitimately believe that Lamont won, but that's like a very, very minority, like small minority. You know what I'm saying?
All this right here
Like
though.
it's more people that just the more people that most of the people that thought Tank lost are just the haters. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Very
me tell you
few of
one
them are
thing real
just
quick.
Nah,
Let me say one
I
thing real.
disagree with that, brother.
Hold on for a second. Hold on a second. The funny thing about this whole situation, right, is that the same people that said Lamont Roach was a bum, and now they tout him as, oh, he's such a great fighter now, are the
I
same
never said
ones.
that.
I know. Let me finish though. But they the same ones that said Frank Martin was the truth, and then when Tank got rid of Frank Martin, then he was a bum. Like it's not like that they want anything. It's like the fact that they just waiting for a downfall. And if they're waiting for a downfall, then this right here is not the right way because you want to see the PBC and them go down. What this controversy does and what y'all doing with the hating, y'all building the fight up even more. So the fact that they just did over 500,000, now they're about to do an exponential amount more. So if you was really hoping that you fuck them up, that's not fucking them up. What you're doing is the promotion for them. And
Yep.
yes, shout out to the beautiful queen, Miss Arena. And yes, I don't believe you're supposed to take a knee in boxing. No. We seen Fundora do it when Lubin was putting paws on him. But it's up to the ref discretion. You feel me? It's up to the ref discretion. But I don't understand why they want the PBC to go down when they see that Turkey is trying to put everybody in one arena like UFC and not pay the fighters. PBC is the only place where fighters got paid what they was really worth. PBC is the only place that took the extra money off the back end, money for promotions and all that from the promoters and gave it to the fighters. Shout out to my man, Boxing Novus, in the cash app with the $10 holler, man. Appreciate you, King. Peace and blessings to you. And the PBC cannot go bankrupt every time they put on a show. It's a success. They did about 80 million on this last fight with the gate and the pay-per-views. People don't realize, but the last Crescendo did 45,000 pay-per-view buys in America. They did less than $1 million pay-per-view money. Yeah. But this is who's saving boxing. This is who they want people to do something with. Jay Grant, you can't look at what T. Orlando say. He got to get his troll in.
Yo, Upper.
Hey,
In response to what you said about the Turkey stuff, a lot of those people that side with Turkey and they believe what's going on that side, like a lot of stuff that's going on that side, a lot of those people, they herd mindset people, like they sheeple, you know what I'm saying? Turkey, he already admitted that he put out, like he willingly puts out.
He just admitted that he did all the lines last week. about the Canelo shit. Yes, this man will lie, cheat, and deceive to get what he wants. This is what they do.
Hey,
This is the
can I
type of
tap
shit.
in?
Nothing coming from that side over there.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is what they do.
I think
But
it's room. I think it's
hold on
room
one
for
second,
both.
real quick. I'm gonna let
All
you
right.
get in. But this is what they do. But I don't hear not one person saying shit about him lying and then admitting that he lied. But they so quick to jump on the motherfucker that look just like them. That's the shit that gets me. Like I could care less about this other shit, but it's the fact that you're not keeping it a buck all the way around. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna hold somebody to a certain standard, hold everybody to that same standard. If not, then don't do that.
Yeah, I think that it's room for everybody. At this table. I mean, it's good. It's good to the competition is good. It's good to have private industry, just like Top Rank, just like PBC, because you definitely don't want all your eggs in one basket. And then as far as the pay-per-view numbers, I said what 45 US numbers. I don't know what it did over there in Saudi Arabia. They didn't release those numbers. But it is what it is. My thing is the more platform we have, the more opportunities these brothers get to showcase their talent. And that's a good for boxing because at the end of the day, that's how these guys eat. If they don't fight, they don't eat. So I'm all for. However, I don't want the PBC to end. I want them to keep doing good. I want Top Rank to keep doing good. I want Turkey to keep doing his thing because those are just more platform. And a lot of our favorite fighters are fighting over there in Saudi Arabia, making money over there. As far as
But see,
Lamont Roach,
they say people make the biggest bags over there in Saudi Arabia, right, Coach Eddie? But I just
yeah.
pulled up the other day. Every fighter over there, they made their biggest bag on another platform, not over there. You can't
But
name the
it
only
doesn't matter
person.
though, bro.
You say what? No, it does
To me,
matter
it
when they
doesn't.
push.
To
No,
me, it doesn't
I'm
matter
saying
though. As
it
long as
matters.
you fighting.
It don't matter to you, but it matters to the public when you pushing out the narrative that
Yeah.
everybody's making their biggest bag over there.
Why
Because
does
that's
it
the
matter to the
narrative that's
public
being
though?
pushed.
Don't push
Why
No,
does
but
it
lies
that's the
matter,
narrative. No, hold
in
on,
with that.
bro.
That's killing the sport.
Bro, hold on for a second. This is what I'm saying. They telling people that they need to go over there and fight because Turkey's paying them the most amount of money when that's a clear lie. And people sit there and say, when he sit there and is a blatant lie, people like to say, well, it don't matter about that.
but it could
No,
be
it
true
does
for
matter.
some of
It
those fighters
does matter.
also.
It'll be amazing if you let me finish what I'm about to say. You feel what I'm saying? It would be very amazing. But like I'm saying, they say it don't matter when it comes to that. But then when other shit come and a motherfucker don't want to go over there and take less money because they're making more money on their platform than people talk about they ducking. That's the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, I agree. And on top of that, um, damn, what was I gonna say? You go ahead, bro. Go ahead. It'll come back to me.
Yeah, coach, go and finish your stuff, bro. Go and
Oh
finish
yeah,
your
like I said, at the end of the day, some guy that may be true for some guys. That may be their biggest purse over there in Saudi Arabia. For some guys, it may not be. At the end of the day, as long as these guys are are able to put their kids through college, pay their mortgage, pay their rent, put food on their table. I don't care where the money comes from because, like I say, when these platforms start closing up, that's when you see fighters on fighting on Team Comeback League. I got friends of mine that are fighting on Team Comeback League because they can't get a fight.
Hey,
We
coach
lost
Eddie.
Showtime. We lost Showtime. We lost HBO. We lost Friday night fights. So we should all try to hope that everybody stays in business. PBC stay in business. Please get your stuff back together. Start putting on more fights like you used to. I want them to do that because these guys need opportunities to eat.
I agree with what you said. Some people over there are getting their biggest bag. I will agree to that. I'm pretty sure of that because they're getting guaranteed money that they probably don't get to see fighting over here because they're not a main event or they're not somebody that their promotional team is behind fully. I can't discredit that. You said you know people in the team combat league. If you would, can you give me the hookup? I got somebody that's a fighter and he's looking for his way back, and I told him about that being an avenue, bro. I think he can get his stuff back together. I know he gonna have to really show himself because they don't just put people on there that don't fight or do things. But he's a former big time fighter out here in California.
Yeah, you
Also,
got to
I
try
want
out for the joint. Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I know he got to go out there and work for you. They ain't just gonna put him on there. I told his dad that. But I want to say one thing about the payday thing too, because I really don't get into that. That's none of my business. But there's people who hang on to the fact that Roach said this, and it's true. he probably was guaranteed more money in another fight, doing a mandatory, whatever it was. But the payout he's about to receive is going to far exceed what he would have gotten in that fight. And that's going to make this fight even happen more. But the fact that the fight played out the way it did, it drives the value up now, because now people who maybe didn't believe that, Tank could be beat really can get beat now. And they will pay to see certain fighters that he wouldn't been fighting, that they thought maybe would beat him. They probably think now definitely going to beat him. So it drives up the market value, man. This was a good thing all the way around, especially if he's truly into boxing, because now he can truly make the fights. I just want to see the fights, bro. And I don't want to dump on nobody because, they're not fighting in this, because sometimes it be beyond their control. But hopefully now, this right here will lead to those other fights being made. And that's all I really want to see, man. Because all these dudes, man, they put blood, sweat, and tears in this. And I'm not going to throw shade on none of them for that. And I've rooted for all the ones that can't get held to the standard that they don't get held to. Tank only fighting certain people that they all are only fighting for the most part. You know what I'm saying? All of them have not fought one another, and I want to see them fight one another. The one person that's getting closest to doing that from that initial staple of four kings BS is Ryan Garcia. If he fights Tio, he would have fought all of the original four kings. That would be crazy. It should be all of them fight one another. I'm gonna give it up because I've been talking too much, bro.
Yeah. But see, the thing about Turkey Al-Sheikh, I don't like his plan because he's trying to monopolize the sport. Now, Dana White, I heard he's included in this now with Turkey. Like they did a little partnership. I'm curious to see how that pans out or whatever. And if that stops Turkey's long-term plan to monopolize shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like that idea. Like under one umbrella, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna kill the sport.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, go back and look at wrestling. Y'all remember how wrestling used to have WCW, ECW, WWF, and all that shit? Remember, we used to have, I know wrestling ain't considered real, but it's a sport still. And, I used to watch wrestling growing up, but y'all remember we had all these different things, these different platforms for wrestling and everything, right? And then you see, like, when WWF really, like, took over the whole thing, right? The shit ain't the same no more. It ain't as exciting. It's not like it's talked about as it used to be back there. And I feel like it would be the same right there. And like Tank Davis does not need to go fight on that platform. Tank Davis he's the face of boxing. And see, this is what's funny. I said it the other day.
Up to your point, I think they bought the WWE like 10 years ago.
That's what I said. That's what I was saying. Like, that's what happens when they let one person monopolize a certain genre. Like, back in the day, AT&T took over everything. They had Singular, they had everything. Like, the government had to come in and step in and break AT&T up because AT&T had local phones, they had long distance, they had everything, and the government stepped in and separated it. But what these people are trying to do with that TKO boxing, they're trying to get all that shit up under there and then pay boxers like they pay UFC fighters. And see, if you know, Dana White has been going to court for the way he's been labor violation his employees. And that's what they want to do. Like, they promising people these big ass checks that they're not receiving.
Right.
But everybody talking about we getting so much money. Like, Bud hasn't even got his top 5 paycheck over there. I know 5 other paydays Bud got that was bigger than what he got versus Madrimov. Earl Spence payday, the Sean Porter payday, the Amir Khan payday, even BLK Prime gave him more than what Turkey gave him. Even BLK Prime went bankrupt. They went bankrupt and paid him more. You feel what I'm saying? So, Shakur didn't get his biggest payday. Shakur got more versus Valdez, Yoshino, and against motherfucking Jamil Herring. So everybody keep talking their biggest paydays. Tyson Fury got his biggest payday versus Deontay Wilder on the PBC. Alexander Usyk got his biggest payday versus Anthony Joshua. So where's everybody getting their biggest fucking paydays at? And people keep saying that shit. But what I'm trying to say is people keep pushing for this shit and like they keep saying, why not fight on Turkey platform and everything? I say because Turkey wants to be a tyrant. He wants to be the face of boxing. This nigga said the other day he's a lion. Like, for no fucking reason, he had all the fighters coming to his office for no fucking reason. Then you see people started getting sick over there. So if one fighter was sick, you got us all in this motherfucker office. If the shit is communicable, we passing it to each other. Why, nigga? Like, why? He just wanted everybody to come in there and take, just to say he did it. Then he got people holding his ass wiping hand. Like he's taking pictures with people holding his left hand, which is his ass wiping hand over there in Middle Eastern countries. That's the hand that you wipe your ass with. He's taking pictures of people doing that shit, holding his hand.
Yeah.
And now he's telling people either you fight for me or fight for this, or I'm gonna blackball you. Because Benavidez, he said, I want you to come fight over here. Benavidez sat there and told him, I appreciate the offer, but I'm with Al Heyman in the PB fucking C. And now, after he said that, Turkey was like, well, we're going to do Beterbiev and Bivol part 3. Nigga, the first 2 times ain't make shit. You just made 45,000 pay-per-view buys with the last go-round.
They not gonna definitely watch the third
That's in
one.
the
They
U.S.,
definitely
right?
not gonna
Like,
watch the third one.
That's in the U.S.,
Damn, he
correct?
been on the money.
that's in the U.S.
Okay.
The reason why they don't do international, because international pay-per-views is like $20. So do you know how many international pay-per-views you're gonna have to sell to even equal up to the U.S. pay-per-view?
But
And that's
Coach Eddie,
another
you
thing I don't
asking if
like.
it's just it's,
I hate the fact that motherfuckers get paid $20 and we gotta pay $90 fucking and shit like that, 60 or 70. That's another thing that I don't like right there, but it's all good. It's
but it didn't
everybody
even it
shitting
didn't
on
even
America.
do good in Saudi. They had to
Yeah, it
downsize the
didn't do good in
venue.
Saudi. It didn't
That's
do
what I'm
good in
saying.
Saudi.
Like,
They had to take a 25,000 stadium and cut it down to 6,000. So that was 19,000 unsold seats. And then in that 6,000 stadium, they only had like 3,300. So you
But
couldn't
that,
even
but that,
pack out a 6,000. Stop interrupting me, please. You can't
oh,
even pack out a
you, my fault.
6,000.
You own the podcast. My bad. You the
Yeah, I'm
moderator.
about to stop in just a second. I'm just trying to get this off and then I'm about to let y'all continue. But this is what I'm saying. He couldn't even pack out a 6,000 seat a venue. He couldn't pack that shit out. But then everybody keeps saying, go fight over there, keep fighting over there. And like I said, it's not my business, so I'm not really going to talk about the washing and everything. But nigga, everything you've put on has been a failing event. So why, if shit's going good, I'm making my biggest ends, I'm getting my back end. Why am I going to go over there and fight on your platform and I'm not going to get no back end and you get to collect all my back end and you just give me a guarantee up front? It doesn't make business sense. That's like getting front to work when you can buy your own work. It doesn't make money. It don't make sense. Like you already buying it cooked up when you can get it raw. That shit don't make
Facts.
sense.
Yeah,
Y'all go
I
ahead.
agree with everything you said, Upper. Everything. Absolutely everything. You just argue my whole point. You said what I was gonna say moving forward or whatever. So yeah, like I never agree with that turkey shit and him monopolizing the whole entire sport. I can see
well, this
where
is
the fans are some of the fans are coming from because they think it selfishly or whatever. But like the people that understand business too, you know what I'm saying? They got any business acumen, they know this is not a good move moving forward. It's not. It's stupid. And
I
it makes
got
no sense for Tank to even do that. You know what I'm saying? He's doing phenomenal over here. You know what I'm saying? He's a commodity over here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly. Exactly.
that's what I'm
it don't make
saying.
no business sense at all.
And I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Let me just say one thing. Easy. You say, why are so many fighters going over there? They're fighters that don't make money that's going over there. Fighters that don't sell. They already are not making money right now, so they go over there for the promise of money and still are not making more than they thought. Like Shakur was promised a certain amount of money, but he did not receive it. Everything it's called the bait and switch. Like if I got straight drop and you came and got that straight drop from me and you come back, I'm gonna give you the other shit now. You already fucked up. So it don't matter what you get after this. You feel what I'm saying? You
Don't
already
get a
here
game
now.
away. Oh, you giving the game
Yeah, that's
away.
what I'm saying. I know, but you already here. You already here. It ain't like you got to go nowhere else. So
I
he done
will
got
say,
you locked in.
But
That's
let me
what it
say this
is,
real
easy.
quick. Let me say this real quick, and this is what I find strange, and I really been paying attention to the fact
Shout
that
out to my brother Just Do. Just Do his career high in 2.1 million. That's what they say he received versus Padley was 2.1 million. That's what's is locked down, brother. He made more net versus Heron and Yoshino and Valdez, brother.
my thing is that it seems like all Turkey has to do is say it, and then people believe it, and they're not paying attention to the reality of actually what's going on, right? For example, Turkey say. okay, first let me say this because I think it's weird that they signing and talking about this TKO league, but they don't have the logistics of it done yet. So to me, it's like, why would you announce this when you haven't even got the logistics of it done? Like you announcing it like you got everything together and you waiting on people, want people to sign up. Y'all don't even have the logistics of it together, as it appears to me. Just like the card that's supposed to be in Madison, I mean not Madison Square Garden, in Times Square. You saying you gonna have this fight, you gonna do it in Times Square, you announcing it, you doing press conferences, and from my understanding, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all don't have that together yet. That hasn't been confirmed. Y'all don't got the space, like y'all haven't got the logistics of that worked out yet. So why are you saying it, announcing it, and parading it around like it's true? Because what end up happening, you announce it, you say it, people talk about it for months and months, and then something happens, and the event is nothing like you said, and then but people still just remember all the hype and stuff that was behind it. You get what I'm saying? And so people telling you, oh, he putting on fights you want to see, and people keep repeating that. But then you look at the numbers of Bivol Beterbiev too, and they telling you that's the fight everybody wanted. Nobody wanted to put it on. Every time you ask what fight did Turkey make, they say Beterbiev versus Bivol. But then when you look at the numbers and the reality behind it, nobody wanted to see that fight really. Like you may have wanted to see it as a fan, but I'm speaking as a
I
whole. Like
wanted to see it the
the,
first go round. I wanted to see it the first round.
but it,
Well,
it,
well,
it
well, you
still
know
didn't
something.
do these.
Just hold on one
You get what
second.
I'm
Let me shout out to
saying?
my brother, and shout out to my brother. Just Do. If you ain't subscribed to my nigga, Just Do. Go holler at my nigga, Just Do, because that's one of the motherfuckers I respect in this boxing game. You know, Just Do. He gonna say his opinion, but my brother don't get emotional like other people, and you know I respect his opinion, and I know he respects my opinion. But hey, Just Do. Y'all remember? Yeah, Shakur did say that, but y'all remember what Devin and Ryan said? Remember they said they made 30 or 50 million when they fought each other? You know, people gonna say what they gotta say, but when you go look, they haven't posted what the person made. And you know, he just signed up a 3-fight deal with them. So of course, he's not gonna put him down. But I did hear that his contract that he just got was supposed to be lucrative. It's supposed to be. But everybody that say they getting them bags over there is not getting them bags though. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Well, I'm
just
gonna
saying
say
what
this.
was reported. What was reported is that he received 2.1. That's what's right there in the financial Dow Jones and everything. It shows it right there. But if he say he got more, he might have got something under the table. He might have got some of that dirty money. I don't know. But the money that he's got that he can report on, he might have got some of that unwashed money. But what the money that he can report and put in that bank is only 2.1.
All I really want to say is this, man. While that card wasn't the card of the century, it did have a lot of good fights on it. They are making a lot of fights. Whether they are the way, I will never argue that. I think that what Coach Eddie was saying is the way. I think there should always be diversity, and I think there always should be. Just don't
And I'm
understand.
not and like I'm saying, Thomas, I'm not knocking Turkey because he's making
Oh,
great
sure.
fights.
I wasn't saying
And just like top rank, top rank makes great fights. Sometimes Oscar might pull a rabbit out the fucking hat and make a great fight. You know what I'm saying? But see,
that.
that's what was so great about boxing is because we have different platforms with all this motherfucking diversity. Like I remember when we had the Triller, whatever the fuck this shit's called. We had that. We got Pro Box. We had ESPN. We had Golden Boy, we had Matchroom, we had PBC, and it was another little motherfucker shit. But then we had fights popping all the time. That's when we had fights popping. What was that, about 5 years ago? We had fights popping every week. You got some fights on the weekdays, like a Thursday. You got fights on the weekend. Now, all the fights are under one umbrella company. Now, we're not getting fights all over the place like that. Now we wait until the weekend for fights. And me, I can sit there and watch boxing all fucking day. I love the art of sitting there watching motherfuckers beat their brains in. You feel what I'm saying? Or seeing them not get hit. But if it's under umbrella corporation, if everybody is under one entity,
I agree.
then that's the one entity we about to watch. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We're gonna all have to watch this. We're gonna have to wait till they put on the show. We're gonna have to wait like that. It's not like they're putting on boxing every day of the fucking week. Like they gotta put up a card, and cards cost money. You gotta get the event. Events cost money. You gotta do all the planning. You gotta get the fighters. You gotta do all that shit right there. And that's the shit I'm talking about right there. Like, why try to? He's trying to what's the word?
monopolize.
Absorb. He's trying to absorb all these other, and Oscar and them realize they done dropped the ball. They done dropped the ball on
Mm-hmm.
the shit.
But to get
And
Dana
then
White to run your boxing league, that just doesn't look good.
it's
Period.
that
You get what
turkey
I'm
with the
saying?
stick, bro. And see, this is why I don't understand why people don't enjoy Al Heyman, because he's making the boxers get the money that they're supposed to fucking get. That's why the other people sued them, bro. Like, Al Heyman fighters don't have to fight as much. They don't have to fight 6 times a fucking year because they're getting back end money, they're getting promotional money, they're getting money, and then they're investing their money. Like,
But if you
this
listen
is
to
what I'm
people talk, that's what they don't want. They want you to be forced to fight. They want you to be forced to fight certain people. They don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they don't want
Yeah, I
these
know.
fighters
That's
to
what I'm
have
saying.
no options.
That's why I say it's like slave days. Like, they want, and people don't realize it. I'm for the boxer. I'm not for the promoter. I'm for the boxer, because ain't nobody doing shit for the boxers when motherfucking boxers start retiring, when they motherfucking stuttering and all this bullshit right here. My nigga, Pernell
Fact.
Sweet Pea Whitaker, one of the best motherfucking boxers. He might not be an all-time great, but in my book, that motherfucker is a great. And that man died without a car, without a home, and he died penniless. With everything that he did for the sport of boxing, there's no fucking way he should have went out the way he did. Motherfucking James Toney didn't have no money until he started doing. He did. Mike Tyson was broke. Like, these boxers that gave so much to the sport, the only people that are getting rich, the only people getting rich off the sport of boxing is the motherfucking top hats, the little hats, the motherfuckers that ain't throwing a punch, the people
Right.
that get to sit there and watch us. It's like when y'all remember the Django. Y'all remember when the Django, they had the
Yeah.
motherfuckers fight and they
Yeah.
sitting around betting. That's the way that shit looks.
Yep.
That's the way that shit looks. And the fucked up shit about it, exactly, Kawhi, it's not like the PBC is averse to fucking with the damn Turkey and them. He sends his fighters to fight on Turkey card. He's just not trying to bend his knee and bend down and go up under you, bro. You haven't put on a successful event yet. Why should we come under you? Just like you trying to do a get down or lay down. Nigga, we providing you fighters. We providing you fighters. Is that not enough? What, you want our block, our distributor, everything? Like, that shit like that, they want motherfuckers to be slaves in the cage. Like,
But
I
see, that's
felt sorry for the UFC fighters, but I've never fought UFC. And UFC is not my sport. But I see how they get dicked around in the UFC, and it's on them. That's why they all try to come to boxing and get that boxing check.
But see, that's what he's used to over there in Saudi. You know, they used to being tyrants and running everything and having yes men. Like, if you hear all those people that go and lie for this nigga, Turkey Al Sheik and whatever, you could tell he got those niggas in check. I don't know what his philosophy is or how he deal with those over there or whatever, but it seems like he got all them niggas in check, even the journalists. You know what I'm saying? They like a lot of those journalists ain't even credible. They weren't even credible before they went and fooled with him, and they not credible now. You know what I'm saying? And his people believe in the shit they be saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. Like, but it just shows that we got like a lot of herd sheeple type of people in our society right now. Like, it's a lot of weak ass dudes that watch boxing now. Like, when I sit back and I like talk to these dudes, like that's how it come off. You know what I'm saying? They all go with the same false ass narratives. You know
It's
what I'm
like
saying?
they
So I
can't think
don't
for
understand.
themselves, bro. It's like they don't think for themselves. It's like,
They don't think critically.
that's why I say it's critical thinking. It's critical thinking, and people don't have that shit nowadays. And like I said, I blame the parents and I blame the school systems and all that shit right there. And like I said earlier today, I say Tank need to run that shit back with old boy. And I say it ain't no excuse, because I say even when Shakur fought De Los Santos, he won that fight. He won the fight. But niggas was acting like Shakur lost the motherfucking fight, and we was hollering for Shakur to get the rematch for him to go back
Nobody.
in.
He the
Huh?
most coddled to me. He's coddled, very
Yeah,
coddled.
yeah. But just like I wanted Shakur to get that rematch, I want Tank to get that rematch right there,
I
because
do.
like I said, it was a lot of bullshit, and Tank was coddled too, because I've never seen, and I keep it 100 on everything. I've never seen a motherfucker be able just to take a knee like that. Like the ref, like it reminded me of when Spence stopped when Ugas was fighting to get his mouthpiece. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to protect yourself at all times. You feel what I'm saying? And the ref has to acknowledge it. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah,
whole time it's just like he was just playing around, like doing a lot of damn diva like shit. Like, I could do this. Like
yeah. He
I
need to get
didn't like
back
the
grimy. He need
shoulder
to get
thing
back
he
to the
did.
old Tank.
Like he did a lot of fucked up shit in there that motherfucker shouldn't have did. And he
Right.
playing around like nigga. And I hate when people don't take the sport of boxing seriously.
Serious,
And
because
it was like he
you
didn't
get
take
your
this
head
match,
knocked
and he didn't
off.
take this shit seriously. Like he didn't take this shit seriously. And you got to take boxing seriously because it's a serious sport. People lose their lives at this shit. Every year people lose their life in boxing. So you can't play games with this type of shit. And motherfuckers ask me, and I'm gonna keep it 100. They asked me, do I think Tank lost the fight? Honestly, I didn't, because if you was watching the screen with us, like the first few rounds, I was like, damn, Tank about to take this nigga out and I'm about to lose my money. Because I had Tank from 7 to 12 knockout, right?
Yeah.
He had the nigga hurt in round 3, but took his foot off the gas. I was like, okay, he gonna let this nigga coast with him. Like, people don't realize, yeah, Roach closed the distance at the end, but like the first few rounds, Tank was hitting that nigga with some power shots and he would drop his fucking hand. And that's what pissed me off, because I'm like, nigga, you could do this, but he's not.
And let me tell
But
you
like
this.
I said, I had the fight scheduled 7-5. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If it was a knockdown, it'd have been 6-6. But like I say, 7-5, either way, you can't call it a robbery. And
Yeah.
just like Floyd, every time Floyd had a close fight, he went back in there and rectified it. Charlo had a close fight, he went back in and rectified it. And that's what they got to do.
But let me tell you this. You could clearly tell during the fight who would, like, you could tell that Tank was way faster. Way faster.
Yeah, he was faster, stronger, but he also wasn't focused. And what that fight did do, it made me want to see the Shakur and Tank fight that much more. But like I said, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, for me, it felt like Tank was treating that shit as a sparring match. Because as a boss, I was looking, I said, he's treating this nigga like a sparring match. And I said, probably because the nigga was his friend and shit. And that's why I said before the fights, I hate when friends try to fight. Like the Deontay Wilder fight with his head coach. I didn't like that shit. I don't like when friends get in the ring, because some people can't switch that friendship shit off.
Yeah.
But now that all this other shit done happened now,
Yeah.
I'm glad Roach doing it the way he doing it and coming the way he coming and doing the snake shit that he doing, because now this nigga, because he didn't even want to cuss in front of the man's mom. He said, I don't want to hurt you. He even said it. He said, I don't want to hurt you in front of your mom. I told you not to bring your mom up here. So now I hope he step on this nigga in front of his mom, his kid, everything. Nigga,
All
this
that
fucking
shit.
boxing, nigga. This is savageness, dog.
Yeah.
This shit ain't no room for friends.
That's
This
why
shit
I
ain't no
want this
friendship.
rematch, because I know what Tank can do to him. I want this rematch. I know what he's gonna do to him in the rematch. I know what it's gonna be.
I know what I think
It's gonna be
Tank can
bad.
do with the eye test. I know what I think Tank can do, but what I think don't mean a damn thing. Because like I knew what I thought Earl could do to Bud, and that shit didn't happen. I gotta see that shit. You gotta go out there and show me you can do that shit, though, nigga. Because you didn't show me the first time. Fuck that friendship shit. You can be friends after you pick his ass up. But I don't want to hurt you in front of your mama shit. Fuck all that shit, nigga. I done got you and your family life-changing money for this motherfucking fight. We good.
That's out
We
the window.
good.
Old boy said Tank hit like a bitch on Twitter. That's out the window. You know what I'm saying? That shit
And
out the window.
see, I lost respect for Lamont Roach. Because at first I was like, damn, Lamont did his damn thing. He was able to land it. But you can't say Tank hit like a bitch when he hits you, and I seen you fold up 4 times in that fight. Like in the 3rd round, he hit you, you dropped your goddamn hands, and he had to tell you to pull your hands back up. Like, you can't tell me that. Just keep
He
that
had his
shit
eyes a
100.
little
Just be like,
swell too.
yeah, well, you can get your eyes swole easy with them boxing gloves. People don't
And
realize
his
them
lip
damn.
was bleeding. All that. He got beat up a little good.
I'm gonna tell you like this: a
He got
motherfucker
beat up. He
pop you
took
with
a little.
a motherfucker pop you with a jab, and they can sway your eye, your everything up with just a jab. Boxing gloves, people don't
But
realize
Tank,
they not soft. What you talking about, Kawhi? I don't know what the hell Kawhi talking about.
I said Tank wasn't even bruised at all. Like the nigga could go party. You know what I'm saying? Right after the fight, like he didn't look touched at all. Lamont looked more beat up than Tank did. Way more beat up. Tank didn't look beat
Yeah,
up at all.
Lamont looked hella beat up.
Yeah, like during the post fight
Lamont punch
conference,
resistance was on 1,000. Like he was taking
yeah,
them shots.
he was taking it. He got
Yeah,
a chin. I give you that. He got a chin, bro.
but see, that's what I'm saying, right? Do he got a chin, or when Tank had a chance to step on that motherfucker, he backed up. Did he give him time to recover? See, these are the questions that I have.
Yeah,
Because like I said, I'm a critical thinker. And
yeah,
I
that's true.
went back and I watched this fight round by round. I watched each round like 6 times. And I'm noted and I was just looking at shit like, man, if it would have
Oh,
been
this one I
me,
want to say, tell you up when you just mentioned that Ugas fight. If Earl Spence would have got dropped by Ugas, because the ref did say stop. If Earl Spence would have got dropped by Ugas, I would not be in an uproar because you should protect yourself at all times. One
exactly.
and
That's what they say in the
two,
in the in the, in the face off. They say protect yourself at all times.
yeah, I think a lot of people want to be like, "Oh, y'all just acting like this because it's Tank," but it's like, no, I'm just thinking objectively about the situation. Period. It don't matter that it's Tank and I like Tank. I would feel the same way no matter what two people was in the ring. I've seen plenty of fights where the referee do some dumb stuff, and I'm like, "Damn, that wasn't even right. Why you do that?" But I'm not like, "Oh, it should be overturned. They should get the win. This and that." Like, I
Man,
don't, I don't
I felt
feel
like
like that.
I don't feel like that. Like me, I like boxing. You feel what I'm saying? Like I like Shakur. I like people think I don't like Devin, but I actually like Devin. I don't like his dad, but I like Devin as a boxer. And like I say, I'm critical on them so they could change and do better. But like I'm saying,
And you
it's a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
shit.
trying to get my boys to understand is that it's boxing and anything can happen, right? Because you can think you win something and you don't. Like you can work so hard and then you perform and you think you won, and everybody else think you won, and then you lose. As a young athlete coming up that's new and you just new to competing like that, that could crush you. So I'm trying to
Oh
get my
yeah,
boys to understand, and I showed them this stuff. Like this stuff can happen. It's boxing. Like you got to understand that it's boxing. Period. You could win, and they could be like, "Nah," and say you lost. You can win, and they, you know, what I'm saying? It's anything. So I just want them to understand that anything can happen.
I'm
Just
gonna tell you
deal
like
with it
this.
and don't let
Make
it
them
sway you.
understand what you need to do. Let them understand. You never want to leave it in the hands of the judges.
Yeah, I told them that, but it's amateurs right now. But they definitely know that for sure.
Yeah, I know, but the judge, I watched the amateur fight where the dude from Japan was whooping that damn Saudi dude ass, dropped his ass like 7 times, and they kept picking the nigga back up, kept picking him back up because they wanted him to win. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, there's a lot of corruption in boxing and shit. That's why you never want to leave them in the hands of the judges. You leave it in the hands of the judges, you can be in trouble.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, that's true. Very true. And yeah, it's just so much corruption.
Amateur boxing just as corrupt, bro. Amateur boxing just
it's
as
all
corrupt. Like,
boxing. It's all boxing is like that. You know, boxing people bet on that shit. They bet on amateurs. Like boxing is any matter of fact, all sports really because they bet on it.
yeah, yeah, all sports really.
Yeah, they bet on it. So when you bet on a damn sport, you best believe somebody got their hand in the pot. But somebody got their hand in the pot. But
But I wanted to say too, a lot of people saying, that the ref didn't follow the rules, but the rule is it's the ref's discretion. So technically, they're still following the rules because the rule is it's at the ref's discretion. They got a whole list of rules, and then boom, but everything is still at the ref's discretion. So technically, they're still following the rules. And nobody has given me an example yet of when a fight was overturned to a win. That's all I'm asking. Like, what fights were overturned to wins because of something happened? Because I want to see what took place in those fights for it to get overturned.
it's never
Because I
been
think
one. It's
it's
never happened.
never been one.
Nope. Because you know you don't want to be the judge that does that. Because if you do, then that sets a new precedence for boxing.
Yep.
And if you overturn something like that, then that shit could be
That'll overturn a
retroactive.
whole lot of shit.
Then motherfuckers will be coming back from old fights trying to get shit overturned and everything. So they judges don't never want to be the first person on a case like that because it sets a crazy ass precedence and that shit could cause a lot of problems.
Yep. It's already bad now, but it'll be on cloud nine if they actually do that shit. It'll be different. Like a whole list of niggas wouldn't be undefeated today. A whole list of niggas, man. Not even a whole list, like a whole school of niggas would be undefeated right now. Like the niggas that did retire undefeated, they won't be undefeated no more. Cause it'd be stuff you gotta look back at. And, it's just that's a lot of work, man.
And shout
Just
out to
run
my
that
brother.
shit back.
Shout out to my brother Brian the King Falcone in the Cash App with the 222. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you for looking out for the channel, man. Appreciate everybody that supports on the Cash App and the PayPal. I really do appreciate y'all. But I'm gonna tell you a ref I really don't like is Harvey Dock. Harvey Dock gonna end up getting somebody killed in that ring. Watch what I tell you now. Like he sat there and let Devin take a shitload of punishment. He should have stopped it. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He
he
should have
definitely
stopped it.
should have.
Right? Devin got dropped 8 times, or 6, 7 times, and 3 of them didn't count. I watched Harvey Dock let um El Rayo take a shitload of fucking punishment. Like the punishment El Rayo took for 12 rounds, that shit was uncalled for. And hell, he let Caleb Plant take some punishment. Like Harvey Dock want to see somebody catch a body. He
Yeah,
want to see somebody catch a fucking body, dog. For
that's
real.
dangerous, fuck, man.
Because
Very
people don't
dangerous.
realize yeah, that was Harvey GM. These shots, you take all these shots to the fucking head, bro. Like that shit right there accumulates. Like I forgot the dude's name we just talked about like 2 months ago. After the end of the fight, he went into a coma and ended up dying from blunt force trauma. Like your head is not meant to keep taking shots, dog.
That's a fact. And about that Devin and Ryan shit. Imagine if Ryan was in shape that day. He probably could have possibly unalived Devin in there the way he was
That's
hitting.
what I'm saying. Like Devin jaw was fucking bro. Y'all check this out. I'm gonna show you something, bro. Like and another thing. That's why I don't fuck with Bill. Like you gotta realize sometimes it might not exactly. GM. He said I thought Ryo was showing signs of CTE before the fight. That man might not be right. Hey, did you hear him talking after the fight? Like the way El Ryo was talking, I was like, bro, like I said, damn, he took some shit that he shouldn't have took. And like, that's why I was mad at Bill. Like, bro, he looks at his son as a paycheck, dog. His son's a paycheck. This is his hustle. And you don't
Right.
realize, but bro, your son can fight again, bro. Like, this is not it. Look at look at his jaw, bro. Look at that shit, dog. That shit is broken.
Yeah, his shit was the size of a damn golf ball. That shit,
Bro, that
woo.
nigga shit is broken. And that's just the motherfucking left side. You should see the right side. I don't got the
That
picture
hook
of the
ain't
right
no hoe.
side. The right side was fucked up where the damn left hook kept catching him. And like this man was look, it should have been stopped right there. It should have
Right
been
there.
stopped right there. Yeah. And then this right here, like the man is getting beat, bruh. It's not like your son has knockout power. This right here, the nigga is out, bruh. It's not like your son got motherfucking knockout power, bruh. Like, look, you see
At
both of
all.
his jaws is fucked up. You see the bottom picture, both of the jaws right here. Both of them. Like, it's not like your son has knockout power to come back, bro. Like,
Nah, not at all.
throw in a motherfucking towel, come back, and then run that shit back. Shout out to the beautiful queen Ashley Corner in the building. Like, it's no reason why, and I hate when corner people and people just sit there and let fighters take that type of fucking punishment, dog. Like, stop the fucking fight. Like like when Lamont Peterson was fighting Earl Spence. Earl started putting the beats down on that motherfucker. Oh boy, he stopped the fight. Barry Hunter stopped that shit. He said, "Nah, you're not about to keep doing this." He stopped that shit because he cared about the fighter. He cared about his fighter. He seen that his fighter was getting punished, and there wasn't shit that his fighter could do about it. So why let my fighter keep taking this shit? And that's what I be talking about, man. People
Yeah,
don't
that shit
understand that
crazy.
shit though.
That shit is real crazy. But I hope he learned. I really hope he learned from that because his defense got exposed. That shit is trash. His defense. That nigga need to keep it boxing because he can't fight with nobody. He was talking about knocking somebody out. Like I knew that nigga was drunk. I knew that nigga was gonna lose off that alone. Talking about he was gonna go in there and fight Ryan. Like I knew that. I knew he was gonna get clobbered. Like nigga,
Yeah,
you
when he
can't
said
fight with
that right
nobody that
there,
can punch.
that's why when Ryan say meet me in the middle of the ring, and Devin, I was like, Devin, that's not your fighting style. Do not do that shit. Do
Now
not
look what
do
happened
that
was that
shit. And when he said that, I said, that's when but I had told everybody that Devin was going to get beat. Everybody that was on this channel right here, everybody, we all got paid. Because I told him before.
I
I
should
said,
have bet it.
yeah, I told everybody over here put their money on Ryan Garcia. Because I've been explaining that shit for months. I've been explaining how Ryan counters Devin's jab because he has that left hook, which comes over top of Devin's right-handed jab. And it's a much faster puncher. And I told everybody that, and everybody over here got paid off of that shit.
Damn, I should have been. Because I've been hip to you. I've been watching in the clouds for about like a little over a year or whatever. But I more so agree with you on your takes and stuff like that. So that's why I'm over here like I am or what have you. But like the Devin stuff, like the way he was talking, I just knew an ass was waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? I just knew. I didn't know it was gonna be that bad though. I thought he was gonna at least drop him like about 2 or 3 times. He dropped him like you said, 7, 6, 6, 7. Like that's retarded. He should have stopped it. Definitely should have stopped it. Like it shouldn't have went past. What was the one when he was face down? What round was that?
I think that was like, not okay. He got dropped in the second. He got dropped in the fifth, the sixth. I think that was the sixth right there.
Yeah, he should have stopped it after the 6. That shit shouldn't have went any further. You know what I'm saying? But that you said what's his name again? Doc Harvey?
Harvey Doc.
Harvey
That
Doc?
was the
Yeah.
seventh. That was the seventh
That
round
they
when he
gotta
was face
investigate
down.
his ass. He need to
They said it was round 7. Well, if you was over here, Ty, I had to go at it against the Hainite crew every day about that fight right there. And then after the fight, I lost half my subscribers. half,
because they was
half the
probably
people that
hating
used to be
fans and shit.
half the people that used to be over here talking shit, gone.
They got their ass gone.
But one thing I can say,
They probably want somebody to lie to them.
and the reason why I tell you I still fuck with Devin, because you can say what the fuck you want to say, but that nigga Devin ain't got no quit in him, bro. That nigga
Nah, he
kept
got
getting back
heart.
up. Yeah,
I think he
and I
got more
love
heart
that
than
shit.
Shakur. To me,
Yeah, I think so too. Because Devin,
I think he got a little more heart than Shakur.
I think he do too. Because you ain't gonna see Shakur going toe to toe with no damn
Nah,
puncher.
hell no.
Like Shakur's not about to stand in front of De Los Santos and go toe to toe like Devin did with Ryan.
Or with Lomachenko.
But see, one thing about it, Shakur is more cerebral because Shakur knows
Yeah,
that's not
that
his
I
fighting
agree.
mode. So Shakur knows that's not his fighting style.
Yeah,
So he's not gonna put himself
he
in
the
a
smarter
disadvantage.
fighter.
Especially he know his hands fucked up. Just like when Earl Spence fought Sean Porter. Earl Spence made that fight way harder than it had to be because he wanted to get in there and fight on the inside with Sean Porter, beat him at his own game. And that's what that's what reason why that shit was the way it
Didn't he
was.
drop Sean in that fight? He dropped him,
Yeah,
and Sean looked hurt.
he dropped him in the 11th.
Yeah, he looked hurt in that round when Spence dropped him. What was it
Yeah,
with a right?
it had been building up. He had been pummeling that motherfucker for down round after round, and it accumulated. You know something, Ashley? Shakur don't hit harder than Devin, but I think his hands might be a little faster. You know what? Frequent. You say ain't no way Devin gonna get beat up by Lamont Roach frequent. And ain't no way Tank gonna get beat up by Ryan Garcia. You hear how that sound frequent? Tank ain't gonna get beat up by Ryan Garcia. Can anybody else say that?
Mm-mm. Frequent
Ashley.
always saying some crazy shit in the chat.
Ashley. Ashley. I'm being objective. Shakur got faster hands and feet than Devin, Ashley. You don't see how fast Shakur get out of danger. Shakur got reflexes. He got faster hands and faster feet than Devin Haney. If you watch their sparring tape, you can see that's how Shakur was beating Devin to the punch. But I think Devin hits harder than Shakur.
For sure. His jab got more pop behind it too. You know, Devin got one of the best jabs in boxing.
Yeah, he do. And Ryan, and that's why I say he's a
He should have
disadvantage
used
for
that.
Ryan. Because Devin leads his whole offense off the jab like Spence does. They
Mm-hmm.
both need that. They both need that old 1-2 to get going.
Hey, Upper,
And
you ready for this unification between Boots and Stanionis?
oh yeah,
I'm real excited for that stuff as a Boots fan. Super
I
excited.
wanted Boots versus Norman, but I'll take
Yeah,
Stanionis first.
yeah, on bruh, cause he more of a veteran. You know what I'm saying?
Frequent. Devin did not make Shakur quit and sparring. They had been sparring like 15 rounds, and Shakur told that nigga, he said, "I'm tired of beating on you." That's what Shakur told him. Frequent. I seen the video. Shakur told Devin, "I'm tired of beating on you." He said, "This shit keep going the same way." And that's when Devin and Bill started smiling, talking about, "We got it."
Yeah, delusional shit. That's like what they said about Tank. They made Tank quit. Nah, nigga, you ain't make Tank quit. Tank just got tired of beating on your ass whenever he felt like it. That's what that was. And Tank wasn't even in shape, and he did that to you
Hey,
at that
Beezy.
doghouse thing.
Hey, Beezy. Are you bullshitting? Or are you serious when you say Shakur run a 4.28? Where can I find that at, ABC? So you telling me that Shakur Stevenson is faster than 95% of the wide receivers in the NFL? That he's faster than the Matrix Chris Johnson that used to play for Tennessee Titans? Who's deleting messages? Hold on, let me check something out real quick. Hold on 1 second, bro. Oh, okay, ABZ. I was about to say, hell fucking no. And ABZ, Shakur not faster than Tank, bro. Tank is the most explosive one out of the motherfuckers, bro.
For sure. Tank got
Tank,
faster feet than Shakur.
Tank got
Tank got
Tank
better
got
defense than
speed
Shakur.
speed. I watched him run. I thought
Yeah.
AB was talking about that nigga ran a 4.28. I'm about to say, shit, that nigga in the wrong goddamn sport.
Yeah. That nigga is definitely a track runner. Tank. That nigga can sprint. He different, like with that feet were. His feet was faster than Lamont's. Man, his feet was way faster. I don't know. He just wasn't focused. Like, but that nigga, I can tell he was getting ready to stop Lamont in like 8. I could get ready to stop him in like 8 or 9 rounds had he stayed focused. I just forget what round he dropped the ball completely, but he was getting ready. He was looking like he was getting ready to drop the ball real early. You know what I'm saying? He was whispering shit to him, telling him to put his hands up. I think that was in round 3 or whatever. Like I guess he was just, he was just trying to take it like he was treating that shit like a sparring match, like what 2 Cent said. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just getting in there, he was just playing with his food. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You make Lamont look too good. You know what I'm saying? And then the haters, you get them
Yeah,
room that speak negative and shit and say, "Oh, well, yeah, this is Tank. He getting exposed and shit. He finally fought somebody from the first time that give him problems." You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we see now. Like, don't play with
yeah,
your food, man. Man, get that nigga up
exactly.
out of there. Friend or not, friend or foe.
That's what
Get that
happens when
nigga
you
up out of
play
there.
with
Don't play
your
with
food.
him.
And shout out to my brother Alan Sostain in the cash app with the $5 holler. Appreciate you, VPN General. Hey, easy. If Ty timed them out, she timed them out for a minute. And easy. Frequent gets timed out a lot.
Yeah, because he be saying crazy, outrageous shit everywhere too. Like I remember the other day he was up here lying and shit. What was that lie he said? He said something outrageous the other day and whatever. You kicked his ass out.
Oh, because he said just because you spread misinformation don't mean that you're
Yeah,
lying.
that was the craziest shit I heard, man. I couldn't believe I heard
Yeah,
that, man. That was nuts. He was serious too. Like that's
yeah.
crazy though. That's what we got orbiting in the
That's why his
boxing
name.
spaces.
That's why his name is frequent liar or liar frequently. That's his name.
Man,
He had,
Fanon be OG Nine be letting his ass have it, boy.
yeah, he got two names. He got two. He got two profiles. MK9. People don't hate frequent. Frequent know what happens.
That nigga be pissing everybody off with
Okay,
that dumb
okay,
with his
frequent.
dumb ass takes.
Frequent. If Shakur was tired, he was tired, nigga. They have been sparring all day. He been beating on Devin the whole time. The man got tired. He sparred the man. They said it went like 14
Nigga,
rounds.
Fly is
Frequent.
just a troll, man. I don't take nothing he say serious. He just a
Nah,
troll. He troll
listen to
everywhere.
what he said about Devin or Boots.
What you say
But
about
Boots
Boots?
is his favorite fighter though.
Boots is who's favorite fighter?
That's his favorite fighter, Boots.
Frequent?
Frequent flyer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that,
Boots
man.
then Devin.
I did not know that, man.
Yeah.
That's a ugly combo, though. I mean, not because of Boots, but because Dev mentioned that he'll be there. But Dev don't got none of them dudes that he be hating on. Well, he don't got Tank's mindset. He got heart, but he don't got his mindset. Like he ain't got the dough to really go toe to toe with no real puncher like that. And that got exposed with Ryan. Like, and he let his dad talk for him too much. Like, nigga, you should be doing this shit talking.
Yep. But
Dev lacks personality.
hell
Like, he a
yeah.
good boxer, but he lack personality. He can't talk like that. You gotta learn how to become media savvy and learn.
That's how you gain your followers. Because at first, when Floyd was there, Floyd took up the shit from Tank. But then after Floyd left, Tank had to start speaking for himself, and then Tank started developing his personality.
Yep.
But then, I don't. He started getting to the damn diva like. He started feeling like he was Goldie Hawn and motherfucking Dolly Parton and shit.
Yeah, he
Really,
gotta get off that shit and get back grimy. Cut that shit off your head, man. Get back to grimy Tank. That was under
yeah,
Kevin Cunningham. He was grimy in them years, nigga. Knocking shit clean the fuck out. He
yeah,
was
yeah,
grimy in them days.
yeah. I'm about to switch the subject though, but what I want to tell y'all people, Benavidez, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, is being Pedirolled by Turkey Alashiti. And what does that mean, people? David Benavidez is being Pedirolled by Turkey Alashiti. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm about to tell you 2 cents. Now, before Bivol and Baturiel fought, and before Morrell and Benavidez fight, it was already known that the two winners. Oh, hit your mute button, bro. It was already made. Petey rolled. 2 cent me getting done dirty, getting Petey rolled. But they already had it set up. All the sanctioning bodies and everything. That the winner of David Benavidez versus David Morrell was going to face the winner of Baturiev and Bivol, and it wasn't going to be a rematch. They was going to fight each other next, the two winners. And they said they might do a one-off where the two losers fight each other, right? So David Benavidez fights David Morrell. Had a hell of a fight. They both took some shots, and Morrell fell short to the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. So Arthur Baturiev went up against the Canelo Destroyer, Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol got in there. He fought Beterbiev, right? So he got the victory. So Benavidez got the victory. Bivol got the victory. So after that, they put up a post that said Bivol and Benavidez for undisputed. Turkey Al Shitty, he reached out to David Benavidez, y'all, and he said, I want David Benavidez to come over here to Riha season, and I'll make him a huge fight. Huge fight. I want him to be the huge fight. So David Benavidez, he sat there and said, I respect you, Mr. Turkey, but I made my fans in America. These are my people that rock with me from day one, and I respectfully decline, but I would like to fight over here. Turkey looked like he got pissed off. Like he looked like he was pissed all the fucking way off. Yeah, he was pissed the fuck off. And after this, a day later, Turkey announces, well, we're going to do a part 3 of Beterbiev and Bivol. So I'm like, dude, nobody wants to see Bivol and Beterbiev no more. It's a good fight, but nobody wants to see that shit. Yeah, okay, babe. But nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to see that shit right there. Everybody want to see the most popping nigga at 175. You can say what the fuck you want, but David Benavidez is the face of 175. The man is action packed. He's the El Bendero Roja. He gets it popping. I fucks with him. I fucks with Morel. They gets it popping. But both of them are bigger stars than them over there. But David Benavidez, he's done took his star status. You got to realize David Benavidez, look at his last few runs. The man beat Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade, then motherfucker Morel. The man just took on possibly 3 future Hall of Famers. Like David Benavidez has put in work. So you know his power on a different level right now as well. But what's crazy, David Benavidez stood on his business. He stood on work. He stood on principle. Salute to my nigga H Money Mob. And now you got Turkey Al Shitty trying to block this man. He trying not to let David Benavidez get a title shot. Now they talk about Bivol dropping the belt. But David Benavidez not only has the WBC, he has the WBA as well. But unless he fights on Riha season, they're going to force Bivol not to fight David Benavidez. Now, if that ain't some shit, if that ain't some bullshit, I know better. That shit crazy. That shit is very crazy. But yeah, so now, exactly, everybody said it was supposed to be like that, but that shit crazy. That shit crazy as hell. But that shit was crazy as hell. Ace Money, how you sitting there disrespecting the Lady Ty like that, bro? That's a female, my brother. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he bugged out on that one. Yeah. That's crazy. Yep. Y'all can do y'all due diligence. One thing I don't, we don't disrespect the females over here. We don't disrespect the females. That's one thing we don't do. There y'all go. Yep. Yeah, that's one thing. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing we don't do here. We don't disrespect females over here. Nah. That's one thing we don't do. Nope. We don't do that. Yeah, frequent. You must not never been to that nigga show. He has a show. He done been up here before. He speak English. I was so crazy. Yeah, he sat there and said that. But what's crazy is right. So how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about? Yeah, Mr. Tell it like it is. I don't play with that. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Frequent. I'm talking about disrespecting free females. Frequent. He didn't. He was not calling Turkey a bitch. He was talking to Ty. I can read good, bro. Hey, easy. Fuck Blue. I did. I said that. Easy. Blue Blood's a lying motherfucker. What the fuck you mean? If you don't want to hear motherfuckers saying shit about Blue Blood lying ass talking about things are subjected to change in boxing, you on the wrong show, bro. It's the wrong channel. If you talk about don't do that to Blue. Blue already know what it is, bro. Shit. That nigga lies and all that shit. We all know that shit. We just don't listen to his lies and shit ain't subjected to change in boxing. And the only reason I let him slide, tell him T Orlando, he in the wrong door, ain't T Orlando. this this like when the motherfuckers done walked into the clan right there, took off the sheets and realized there only black people in that motherfucker. Like, whoa, I'm the only black nigga in this motherfucker. Oh shit. You just realized you went to the wrong place. Yeah. One thing about it, we don't like motherfuckers that sit there and lie. And you know what's crazy? Did y'all see Turkey out of shit on his Twitter? How he disrespected Steve Willis's eyes? I was like, oh wow, Turkey, now you trolling? I said Turkey's trolling. And it's funny. This is how pressed this man is, right? This man is so pressed. He's got so much money, but he's sitting there typing tank, 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 tank. Like, I don't know if Turkey want to suck Tank off or not, honestly, bro. Like, Turkey act like he want to suck Tank. Like, he act like if Tank, can you please do the fight for me, please? I don't want to give you no Ferrari. I just want you to hold my shitty hand. But that's one thing I can't stand right there. I can't stand for a motherfucker to lie to me. And then sit there and tell me that you lied to me. When Turkey sat there and admitted that he lied and all that bullshit right there, I was like, yeah, bitch nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you. You just like them other motherfucking crackers do, the whip crackers. You try to crack a whip on us. You try to crack the whip on us. But it's all good. You know, it's all good in the hood, though. Shout out to David Benavidez standing on business. Standing on motherfucking business. The Mexicans need it because Canelo done sold out. Canelo Alvarez, he don't even rep the Mexican flag no more. If y'all go to Google, I showed you yesterday. Easy. If Tank and Shakur fight, it's gonna have to be on that. It's gonna have to be on that. They're not fighting on rehab season. But I don't want Tank fighting nobody but motherfucking Roach first. Like shit. A three heads. That's funny, right? Because he was gonna try to block the Tank and Roach rematch. He was trying to sign Roach to something quick. Whoa. Damn. The fuck? But yeah, like he tried to block that shit, right? But Lamont Rose realized that his biggest bag is and will be with Tank Davis. So they both have signed the rematch. So I think they're waiting on a date. Hopefully this shit's in June. So we get this shit out the way. We get that shit in June. We can get motherfucking probably either Shakur or Keyshawn by the end of the year. Big fight in the winter. That'd be great. That would be great right there to get a big fight.
Yeah. Once Tank go in there in that rematch and scrape Lamont's ass, I think they're gonna go back to discrediting Lamont and all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say it was a fluke. And they're gonna say he don't
Yeah.
deserve to take in the first place.
They gonna go back to shitting on him.
Oh
Right. You
yeah.
know, these motherfuckers, these haters are so fake. They on his nuts now, but they so fake. Once Tank do what he's supposed to do in the rematch, bro, they gonna go back to discrediting dude. And I don't know
Yeah.
what put it in their head to think Shakur could really do something with Tank. I don't see it. I don't see it. Other than stand away from him, I don't even think Shakur could be successful at doing that. His feet aren't quicker than Tank. You know what I'm saying? That's not the best matchup. I think Keyshawn is a better matchup than Shakur is for Tank.
I think
That's a better
Keyshawn and
matchup.
Tank will be a more exciting fight.
You said what?
It'll be a more exciting fight.
Yeah, it'll be more exciting. But
But he'll
Keyshawn
knock
made too
out.
many mistakes too.
He'll knock Keyshawn out before he would Shakur though.
Yeah, that's a fact. Because Keyshawn, he make too many mistakes, low IQ ass mistakes in there. That's the reason Tank want that nigga first. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna have to go
Shakur,
get Shakur. You know what I'm saying?
Shakur be a tougher fight than Keyshawn. Tank destroyed Keyshawn in sparring. Keyshawn even admitted it that Tank had him hurt.
He made him change the way he fight.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
Cracked him so hard, he made him change the way he fight.
Hell
The only
yeah.
reason Shakur be a tough fight for Tank is because he like you gotta go and get that nigga. It's not because he
Yeah.
tough.
Tank
It's
gonna have
because
to
you
cut
gotta
the
go get
ring
that nigga. I
off.
think Keyshawn more tougher than Shakur is, like as far as like in the ring, like he'll put up a fight. You know what I'm saying? But his chin, I don't know if his chin will hold
You
up.
right, T. Orlando. Keyshawn don't belong in the ring with Tank. Lamont Roach didn't belong in the ring with Tank. Like,
Nah, for real.
honestly, and I'm gonna just say this: the fights I want to see by the Tank, and then he can go either at 130. I would like to see him versus Naoya Inoue because Naoya Inoue rehydrates to 145 plus every fight. If you look at Naoya Inoue, he always rehydrates over 145 pounds.
I'm a big
And
fan
he's
in the way. I
taller
didn't
than
know that.
Tank. And he's taller than Tank. So I would like to see Tank versus Naoya Inoue. I would like to see Tank versus Sabril Matias. I would like to see Tank versus Ryan Garcia went to 147, so that's over with. I would like to see I even take versus Antoine Russell, but Antoine Russell will get stopped. But I want to see Matias, Inoue, Shakur, and I still want the Devin fight. But I want Tank versus
I think he gonna
Inoue
do
at
Devin so
130.
bad.
I want Tank versus Inoue at 130 is a 2 million pay-per-view fight. Easy. Monster
Yeah,
Inoue,
easy. Damn
Monster
easy.
Inoue, hold on, bro. Monster Inoue rehydrates over 145. So you can't say he's too small because he's big. The motherfucker was way bigger than Stephen Fulton, and he just came up to that class. I would like to see both of them because they both are skilled and they both have power and speed. That would be a great fight. And I would love to
Are
see
you
Tank
sure?
versus Devin. I would love to see Tank versus Devin because styles make fight. I would like to see how that fight would turn out. I would also like to see Tank versus Ryan, with Ryan, at a better weight. And I would like to see Tank versus Shakur. And then Tank can knock out Tio, put his ass in the dirt. B-Dog, I know it does about 2 million, man. Anyway, got a whole country behind him, B-Dog. That shit gonna be like Pacquiao versus Floyd.
Oh, without a doubt. Are you sure he's taller than Tank though? Because I heard Inoue stand by like 4'9", 5'5" maybe.
Bro,
Tank
it's
like
on me.
5'5", 5'4", 5'5" with shoes on.
He's 5'5". How tall you think Tank is?
That no, Tank is 5'5"
Tank's
with
five
shoes
four and
on.
a half.
5'4" and a half, but 5'5" with shoes on. Anyway, I heard it's like 4'9", 5 foot, maybe like that.
Bro, are you serious?
Yeah, go look up his size, his height. It's
No,
all up on the internet.
that's a lie, bro. Go look it up and then come back and tell me what it say.
Here, I'm about to look.
Yeah, go look it up. I want you to go look it up. In a way, it's taller than Tank, bro. He said, in a way, 5 foot. Hell no. In a way, was eye with Tiafimo, bro.
You was right. You was
I
right.
know, bro. I know.
In a way is 5'5".
He's actually
Yeah,
about five
he
six.
was right. I looked that up. I don't know why I saw it last time and it said 4'9". They got that
Nah,
shit all the
bro.
way wrong the first time.
Yeah, that shit was all the way wrong. Yeah, he
Yeah,
he
he
think
take
he he, he think in a way is damn pit bull or somebody. What the fuck? Or Chocolatito one.
who think that?
That's what you were saying when you said
Oh,
five.
you talking about size? You talking about size? I don't think he is as a fighter. No.
Hey, shout out to my man Phoenix Assassin Phoenix. I'm gonna let you hold it down for 5 minutes while I switch devices, my brother. I know you got something good to talk about.
Oh yeah.
What up, Phoenix?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Shit, man. Can't call it. I'm here chopping it up with the guys.
Yeah. Man, I see man, Shakur. I, like I know it's crazy to see what some people say about Shakur. Like I just seen a video of Sean Porter saying that Shakur got the best defense he ever seen. He said Shakur's defense is better than Floyd's. Like
What?
like shit. Yes, Sean Porter, he's on video saying he thinks Shakur's defense is better than Floyd's. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like Shakur got a plus
I think he
minus.
said that to get buzz.
Man, whatever the case, people gonna run with it. That's the problem. People gonna run with it. Because
Yeah,
the
he
thing
said that
about
to get
Floyd's
kind
defense, man,
of suck ass
like
podcast.
like there's so many things that Floyd can do that Shakur can't when it comes to just
Right.
defense. Like looking at fighting as a whole, my goodness, night day. But like looking at just defense, Shakur's main defense is the move.
Like
Yes, stay
we've
away.
seen Floyd, we've seen Floyd on the ropes. He'll roll with them punches using the shoulder roll counter in between
Yeah,
shots. Shakur don't do that. He'll freeze up and wait for the opponent to stop throwing before he fired back. You know, and you notice that if he is punching and his opponent punch with him, then he stops. He don't keep going. You know, that's one of the differences. The other one is like defense in the middle of the ring. Like, of course, Shakur just gonna move back, but we see what Floyd did with Canelo. Stood right in front of him, make him miss like five, six, seven punches in a row, like standing in the same spot. You know, we've seen him do that with Marquez. We've seen him do that with Mosley. We've seen him do that with so many different fighters. Even Andre Berto. You know, Andre Berto had, hands that was fast. But like Shakur don't do none of that. And the crazy thing is that people are looking at this Lamont Roach fight and talking about what Shakur would do. And it's like,
no, he won't stand in the
okay,
cage.
exactly. Like looking at Shakur and Devin, like they not gonna stand there and trade toe to toe like Lamont was doing.
Right,
They not. They just not. And like you can't look at what one fighter is doing and say that another fighter who ain't able to do that is gonna go ahead and do it.
right.
Even
You
then,
can't fight
like
like him.
true. And one thing that I think people is ignoring is like the first half of the fight, right? The first half of the fight, because Lamont's whole game plan was to try to make Tank count attacks first so he could try to counter him. So he
Hmm.
wasn't really trying to press the action all too much. He was trying to make Tank open up so he could counter. So if you look at the first 6 rounds of the fight, you see that Tank is winning easy boxing on the outside. Like all three judges had Tank up. Like two judges had him up 5-1 after the first 6 rounds. So like, you're looking at that, and then you look at the second round because you remember it was round 5 or 6 when Tank was talking to the ref and Lamont had hit him twice. So I think that kind of like set something off where Tank said, okay, fuck boxing. Let me just stand in front of you and shit, see what you got. Right? Looking at that, the second half of the fight was pretty much toe to toe. It was hard to tell who was winning at that point because shoot, Tank would get off a few shots, Lamont would come back with one, and then maybe Lamont get off a few shots, then Tank come back with one. Sometimes it was trading with each other, catching each other, and all this and that. So looking at that, the second half of the fight was a lot harder to score than the first half. But even there, like you look at some of the stuff Tank was doing, the way that he was changing angles, like you shoot a jab and get outside and hit Lamont to the body or he'd hit him with the double straight, and Lamont couldn't answer. He'd go ahead and hit him with the straight, roll back to the center, throw a body combo, then back out, and then like Lamont already out of range, can't do nothing because Tank done moved in and out quick on him. So it's like considering what Shakur said out his own mouth that Artem Haratunian was moving too much for him, and that he was worried about Haratunian's power, and that he even needs to go back and cut off the ring. Man, like if Artem said that, and that's the funny thing. People want to bring up Lamont Roach being Jamel Herring's leftovers, but Artem Haratunian was Frank Martin's leftovers. You didn't hear Frank complaining about Artem moving too much. He was able to cut the ring off and drop the dude. You didn't hear Frank Martin complain that he was worried about Artem's power. Like he took the fight to dude and dropped it. You didn't hear Frank Martin saying that Artem was holding too much and none of that. Like he won. So looking at that, I'm just like, okay, Shakur is supposed to be this elite boxer. Like he even came out and said, it was either that fighter, De Los Santos, that man being off for 9 months. All right, that was the longest I ever been inactive. Like what? So 9 months did that to you? I mean, shoot, Tank was out for 14. Look what he did to Frank Martin. And he ain't fought since Frank Martin. He been out almost a year before coming back for this fight. And, didn't even look like he really lost the step. Or then you look at what happened in his fight with Padley. He couldn't cut the ring off with Padley neither. Like, there was I forget which round it was. I want to say it was round 4 or 6. I got the video in my phone because I had to clip it. But it was against Padley. This dude Padley circled around the ring twice, and Shakira cut the ring off on him. You see Shakira just sitting there spinning in a circle. This dude went around the ring twice in like 10 to 20 seconds, and Shakira, all he could do was spin around in a circle, couldn't cut the ring off on him and shit. Like, didn't you just say that you was going to be working on that after you fought Haratunian in your last fight, and now here you are not cutting off the ring again? And we know Tank can move. Look at, like I said, look at his first 6 rounds against Frank Martin. Look at his fight with Pitbull Cruz. Look at his fight with Mario Barrios whenever he was back boxing off the back foot. Like, look at that. And y'all really think that if he's having trouble cutting off the ring against Artem, who ain't as fast on his feet as Tank, uh, doesn't have the reaction, doesn't have the counter punch and accuracy, doesn't have the reflexes, doesn't have the hand speed, doesn't have the same foot speed, doesn't have the same ability to move and pivot the way the Tank does. Like I'm trying to figure out how it makes sense logically that Shakur can say he had trouble with that, but at the same time that means he's gonna put on a boxing clinic with Tank. Like, that had nothing to do with being like a fan of Tank over Shakur or being a fan of Shakur over Tank. It's like when you see that happen in a ring and
Yeah,
then you see what
I don't,
Shakur is
I don't
saying.
see, I don't see what Sean Porter sees in Shakur's defense. That shit is not.
Sean Porter's
That
a
shit.
cool, bro. Sean Porter's a cool. Sean Porter's gonna say whatever the master tell him to say. Sean Porter is paid opposition. You can't take shit Sean Porter say seriously.
You like Tim
Like
Bradley.
Sean Porter, he the same motherfucker that said he was scared to fight Boots, and then he the next person say Boots is overrated.
Right?
Like
Yeah,
shit.
Man.
that's sucker
Oh,
shit.
funny. Speaking about
He knew
Sean Porter,
damn
they
well he
talking
ain't want no
about
smoke at 147 with Boots. That'd have been
you
cool.
Yeah,
He
see
he
ain't gonna
ducked that
lie.
smoke. Like Sean Porter, I felt like Sean Porter lost to Danny Garcia and your Dana's Ugas. But Sean Porter was the same motherfucker that ducked the Earl smoke until he seen Earl was the bag, and then he wanted that bread. You feel?
Right.
He
I still
was
think
bigger
Sean
than
Porter got
Roach was bigger than the Mr. Tell like it is. Lamont
Sean
Roach
Porter
usually
got lucky
rehydrates to
against
150.
AB.
Lamont Roach usually hydrates to 150.
See, that's crazy. See,
You can't
that's the
call a
funny
motherfucker
thing.
overrated and duck a nigga like the plague. That's pussy. That's pure
Well,
pussy.
Tim Bradley did it. Tim Bradley ducked up. I mean Earl Spence and retired, but he steady talk shit about Earl every day.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim Bradley pussy.
Man,
Suck.
it's funny that how Tim Bradley be talking about Tank not being in the Hall of Fame. Ain't Tim Bradley in the Hall of Fame?
I
Yeah,
don't
Tim
even
What
see
he
how
Bradley
he
do?
made
could
it.
be in
So
there.
Tim Bradley can make it. Anybody can make it.
I think he
Yeah, that's
lost to
enough.
Pacquiao.
Yeah, and because they had C.J. Ross scoring that. Remember, she the one
Yeah.
who scored that Canelo fight a draw with Floyd. So yeah, that's funny to me. Hey, they I think who was it? Brunch Boxing was saying that Sean Porter and Ray Jackson out there on Twitter agreed to an exhibition fight.
Ray
Yeah,
Jackson
going
about to
back.
get stopped.
That's funny to me. That's funny to me. Like
Tim,
damn. And
Tim
then,
Bradley.
and then this turkey thing, man. The fact that Riyadh card did only 45,000. I don't know why people are surprised when you see they had less than 6,000 in attendance. You can usually tell how well a fight is going to sell by the amount of people they have in attendance and ticket prices. You got to look at both because you can look at what the ticket prices was for Tank and the fact that they had damn near the same record as the Rolling Stones. You could tell that fight most likely did well on pay per view. Any fight where they got high attendance and they breaking records and they got a high live gate, you could tell that they most likely gonna sell well on pay per view too. And the fact that people are
It
surprised with this
correlates.
45,000, man, if they're surprised about that, man, imagine how they're gonna be feeling here once Matchroom, Top Rank, Queensberry, and Golden Boy had to take the back seat while Turkey's working with Dana White with this TKO nonsense.
I'll be
Like,
right back, y'all.
man, the this whole TKO thing talking about he's gonna go ahead and destroy all the other promoters. Like, man, they really
He
thought.
already got their fighters, so he don't need them no more. He
See,
quietly took away their fighters from them, and they don't even know it. They didn't realize. That's why Oscar's so focused right now because he
I
realized his
think that's
fighters got took.
I think that's why Bob Arum took a step back after that stuff with Jared Anderson. Because Bob Arum always seemed like he was kind of on the fence about the whole thing. And then you seen like Eddie Hearn out there holding hands. You seen Frank Warren. he out there holding hands. I don't know if he got Oscar De La Hoya out there. I ain't seen the picture yet, but man, like I I don't think Oscar's gonna go ahead and stand for it, especially when you see what's happening with this card with Ryan on there. Like Ryan being one of his probably his biggest star besides Zepeda. And the fact that they talking about making that fight on May 2nd a private event, and on top of that, don't even know what the hell the pay-per-view is gonna be like. That and at the same time, they having that shit the same weekend that Canelo's fighting too, even though they got Canelo on the other side of the world. But like there's just too many things working against that card for it to be able to do well. And then at the same time, it's like, look at the way they promote. They can't even talk because they afraid Devin gonna get mad and sue somebody. So it's like, man, what the hell they
Well,
gonna
they
be
all
doing
getting
with that?
guarantees. They not. They already getting guarantees. They not betting on pay-per-view money. They just getting guarantees.
Yeah, they're getting them guarantees, which is probably the same guarantees they would have got had they stayed their ass with their regular promoters. Because the way that things is looking, I wouldn't bet for Turkey to go ahead and try to put out as much as he did for this last Cresendo and see what happened there and have that same shit happen again, especially when they're not even going to be getting no ticket revenue. Like, shoot, they're talking about it being a private event. Then what? They just inviting people, or is they going to charge them to get in too? Like what's the thing if it's invite only? And then that's compared to the original plan they had, which was to just make it free access to
See,
the public.
see, Turkey think he's smart. He about to make it a private event where only 300 people get there and probably charge like 100,000 a ticket or something like that.
And then by the time it's all said and done, the only people he's gonna have up in there is the camera crew. Okay, if he's gonna charge people 100,000 to see them fight, man, damn well that ain't gonna happen.
I don't even know what he's trying to do.
Trying to lose money like he been doing from day one. Shoot, like, and the fact that the UFC, like Dana White ain't really been doing well with paying fighters is what they say. And on top of that,
He just lost the
UFC and
lawsuit.
MMA. Yep. And they don't be selling as high as boxers anyway. Like the stuff that we be calling a bad pay-per-view showing in boxing is what they consider good over there in UFC. It's just that their fighters get a lot of sponsorships and endorsement deals with whatever brands they choose to wear on their shorts and shit. They don't really get a lot from the fights like boxers do. That's the main difference, and that's why you be seeing a lot more MMA fighters in commercials and shit, and on free TV and those commercials too, or in ads compared to boxers because they need
Well,
that money
the
to go ahead and make up.
MMA average at least 300,000-400,000 pay-per-views. They average good pay-per-view numbers. The fighters just don't get none of it.
Yeah, and they only had like three fighters that was like really doing like a million, and that was Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, and Conor McGregor. And now that they ain't really there no more, like who else is it? Like I think the biggest one is
John
probably like,
Jones and Rampage
and then Israel Adesanya maybe, and maybe those Diaz brothers. That's it. Out
and
of all the
John
UFC
Jones and
fighters they got.
Rampage.
Yep. So yeah, looking at that, it's like, man, considering that Dana ain't been able to be doing well and Turkey ain't done well yet, like it's basically like, hey man, you want to lose some money together? All right, I'm down, and that's what they doing. I don't see that lasting. That's why I've been saying like, if Turkey make it through the end of 2026 and he's still in boxing, I would be very surprised. I would be very surprised if he made it. Like it ain't looking like it, but I say the sooner he goes, the better because I don't really like that dude. On top of that, they're talking about doing away with all the sanctioning bodies for that fight league. They're doing no WBA, WBO, IBF, and WBC, saying they ain't gonna be a part of it. So he's gonna make up his own belt for it. So it's like if they ain't got no sanctioning bodies, okay, who's gonna be overlooking things and coming up with the rules? And then, well, how are they gonna go ahead and work with the Association of Boxing Commissioners? Like who's gonna sanction their fights? Is it gonna be something like bare knuckle boxing and the way that they got set up, or like
The
what's
way
up?
they trying to do it, bro, they trying to challenge the boxing association. They trying to make their own rules. Like they trying to make their own thing. Like you had the UFC, but then the UFC had what was that other company that damn
They got Bellator and IFL.
yeah, it's like Bellator against UFC. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
they trying to do their own boxing shit. Like they feel like we got our own boxing, kind of like that damn. kind of like motherfucking damn backyard brawls and shit. They get their own company.
Oh, I remember them shits.
Like they got
I
their
remember
own
those.
belts. They got their own company, their own belts, all that bullshit like that. And they can't be influenced. They ain't got no Ali Act or none of that shit right there. They all self-governed. But you know,
Man, that's gonna be
that's
crazy
just a
without the Ali
disaster.
Act.
That shit's gonna be a disaster. Like this nigga dreaming big. That's all.
Yep.
That
That's
is
really
all
all I
that shit
had for
is.
today, man. Oh, you seen Serrano and Taylor having their third fight?
His money ain't long. Kawhi Turkey don't have money. The Saudi Prince money is long, but eventually the Saudi Prince is gonna get tired of losing money. He don't like to keep losing money. And yeah, July they supposed to be having a third fucking fight.
Yeah, they just
Like,
announced it. But Dan Raphael put it out in the Substack that it's going to be July 11th at Madison Square Garden.
yeah, I got the flyer for it. It's gonna be on Netflix.
Yeah, all female card.
Yep.
So yeah,
And they're gonna be making another bag. They done made 2 bags versus each other. The second time they fought, Katie made $7 million. The second time, Amanda made 10. Like they was the first females to make $1 million versus each other the first time. Now they about to get one more bag. Like them motherfuckers are sitting there damn milking the damn fight.
Yep, Jake Paul doing better for boxing than Turkey is.
Yeah. At least
no matter
female
what people want to
boxing.
say about but like no matter what people want to say about Jake Paul, at least he getting those fighters paid for real. Not with half
He's
cryptocurrency or
really
some other
getting
shit.
fighters their bags. Hell
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'll give him props today. But all right, man.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and catch up with you later.
All right, no problem. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it in for the day, man. If you on the Discord, I'll see you in the Discord. Peace and blessings to everybody, man. This your boy Upper. And man, I'll catch y'all tomorrow, man. Appreciate everybody that looked out in the Cash App and the PayPal.
Can't catch me on social media, my nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2, gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5 boy sale, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops